Hi everyone! Today I'll be putting up some Christmas decorations in our living room. Can't believe it's that time of year again. We have quite the dreary day here in Ohio, and I actually kind of like days like this. It puts me in the mood to, light some candles and maybe put up some Christmas decorations. We're supposed to get snow towards the end of the week, which I'm actually hoping we'll get some. Today's video is sponsored by Chita Living, and I can't wait to show you what I have in our living room. It's probably my favorite thing right now and there, but more on that later. Let's get into the video. First thing I'm going to do is clear out the corner and the living room. I'm kind of planning on having the tree in this corner, unless I decide to move it in front of the double windows. Not quite sure. I'm going to go ahead and set it up here. And if I decide to move it, I can always do that. Last year I got a real Christmas tree, so I haven't used this tree in a couple years. Often when I put it up, I'm thinking, why do I put myself through this mess? But it is worth it. It's really a cozy looking tree, I think. I got it a number of years ago at a local place here called 'Tis the Season. If you're ever in the area, they're open year-round with Christmas decorations. They have lots of really pretty things. Again, I'm thinking I want the tree in the corner, but just for kicks, I'm going to move it in front of the window, see if I can tempt myself to put it there instead. Okay, so now I'm kind of liking this look too. Not sure what to do. Let's plug it in and see how it looks. I think being that I like both places, I'm going to opt for the corner. That way we can see out the window better once it starts snowing, which hopefully we'll get some snow this winter. It'll be nice to have the window open, with a view, I think. So I'm going to go with the corner. I can always, switch it back if I decide to, once it's decorated even. You can imagine that I kind of like to see a tree just natural like this, which I guess it's not natural, but without any ornaments or decorations. I am almost debating to just leave it this way, but at the same time, it's kind of fun to decorate it and, fix things up. So I'm possibly going to hang a simple wreath on the wall behind the sofa. And I want to decorate it just a bit with some vintage bells. I love those kind of brass-colored vintage bells that you see, but I don't really want to spend any money on some, so I'm going to try to make them. I'm going to use styrofoam cups and ornaments, basically just cutting the bottom off of the cups and then gluing the ornaments up, into the cup, kind of getting that bell shape. And I'm going to use my hot glue to create some character on the bells, like a rim and maybe some rivets. I did paint the bells black or a dark gray color. I applied a really thick coat and then I used a paper towel to kind of dab it, creating a texture. And I plan to use popsicle sticks for the clapper that is inside the bell. Also painting those. And I have some redesigned Decor wax that is gold. I plan to use that for my gold color. And I got this from Patterson Art Studio, so make sure to check them out if you're needing something like this. They have all kinds of different items if you enjoy, creating. Here I'm just scoring the popsicle sticks so I can bend them, then cut them off and have kind of an L shape. That way I have something to hold my clapper in place. Just going to glue it in. You might remember this plant stand that I worked on earlier this year. It was an end table that I added this little house shape on top to use as a plant stand. I plan to remove the pothos plant that is in here. It should be trimmed down and possibly repotted anyway. I want to add some Christmas trees into this little house. I know that's fake snow is really messy, but I love the look of it. I think I'll create a cozy little tree-filled space here and maybe add a little deer. I wasn't quite sure, is this going to work in front of the window, because I can just see pebbles going into my little tree scene. I'm going to test it here. If she leaves it be, I think we're okay, but if not, I might just have to move it to another area. She loves this double window looking out the back here, and I have a blanket here on the one chair that she is allowed to be on. So let's talk a bit about the sponsor of today's video, Chita. And yes, you're seeing correctly, we have a new couch, and you guys know how I struggled with our other one. I think we had gotten it probably a little over a year ago, and it just wasn't the right color. I looked everywhere around here for that right color for our living room and wasn't able to find a reclining sofa that color. And I couldn't believe it when Chita reached out and they had this perfect color of sofa. It is reclining and it doesn't look like a reclining sofa. That is probably what I like best about it. I'm not always that fond of how a reclining sofa looks, like just the style of it. And this one, you wouldn't even know that it reclines, but trust me, it does, and it's so comfortable. I love how it reclines all the way back. You're almost at a lying flat position. And the other great thing is it's a wall hugger. Like, you can have it literally 2 inches away from the wall, and you can recline it this amount. So awesome. As you can see, it is a rather deep sofa, and for someone short like me, I of course can't sit back and have my legs, you know, over the edge here. But my husband John is pretty tall, and he uses this a lot. Like, this is actually his seat right here. In the evening when he watches his sports or whatever, this is perfect for him. And for me, I like to curl up on a sofa, so this is perfect for me. It's so cozy. And a few of the other nice features is the charging ports on the side here, and the power buttons for the recliner are here too. And another really great thing about this Ohana sofa is all of the covers are removable. You can literally remove the inside, like the inserts, and wash the cover. So awesome. Of course, with a light color like this, that's pretty important. So not only is the color of this fabric pretty, we also love the feel of it. It's so nice and soft. It's easy to clean. It's OCA certified fabric. The sofa's frame is a FSC wood frame. It's suitable for pet-owning families and also families with children. And the inserts, or the cushions of this sofa, are filled with feathers, and that's probably why it's so nice and soft and comfortable. Everything went so well with the unboxing of this Ohana sofa. Everything was just nicely packaged and very detailed instructions, and it's kind of nice with the 3 individual sections. At first I wasn't sure about it. We never had a sofa like this, but if you want something behind the sofa, you can just scoot that section forward, you know, to get to it. And the legs that are touching the floor are super grippy, so it doesn't slide around or anything. And another really nice thing is the fact that you can switch your cushions around. If one spot gets, you know, used more than another, you can just switch those cushions every now and then, like the back part and the seat part. Both are reversible and flippable. So overall, a really beautiful sofa. I still just look at it when I walk into the living room. I can't believe I found that perfect color. No need to cover this one. And if you are interested in checking out the website or maybe investing in a sofa, check out my link down below in the description box. I do have a 10% off code for you. Now let's get back to decorating. So as you can see, the lighting's not the best the day that I'm decorating here, but we'll do the best we can. I had picked up a comforter or quilt set last year off of Amazon, had used it on our bed, and it had that perfect kind of cream color with kind of reddish or rose-colored stripes, very Christmassy, but I will have to alter or play around a little bit with the sham covers. I do want to use them for my little square pillows here, but of course they're too big. And I have a plan for the one. I thought I'd put the pillow in the middle and then maybe take a red ribbon or jute cord or something and tie the ends to kind of make it look like a piece of peppermint candy. I don't know, is that weird for a pillow, but thought it might look cute on here that way. And for the other one, I plan to possibly just pin the extra ends, you know, onto the back. So here in our household, we are all kind of obsessed with comforters and blankets and pillows. Even the guys are that way. Like, I remember when the boys were smaller, I could just give them a comforter to play with, and they would, you know, hang it over chairs and create a little house or just snuggle up in it. So my goal for this beautiful sofa is to add lots of, you know, cozy throws and pillows and just make it look like a place you just want to kind of dive into and relax for a couple hours. My son had gifted me with this cozy blanket a couple years ago. Decorating the living room for Christmas, of course, you know, spanned over the course of a couple days, just whenever I had time. And I started to just really like the tree without any decorations on it, so I'm going to leave it this way. I have another tree that I might put up in the kitchen or dining area that I'll decorate because I do like to decorate a tree. But for the living room this year, it's going to be plain like this. I'm just loving it. I'm going to complete the space back here by hanging up my Luke 2 poster. I had these last year. Some of my favorite things to decorate with for Christmas are just simple things. Maybe a garland hanging over a piece of furniture, candles, or a little potted fake tree. It really doesn't take that much to create some coziness in a room during the winter season. For the mantle, I plan to keep things relatively simple. I have a mirror that I had painted a couple years ago, I think, had it on the mantle as well over the winter season. I'm going to use that along with a pretty frame that I found in a garage sale this year. Then I have some fake greenery that I'll be using. And I could, of course, go outside and get actual pine, but I thought this year I'm just not going to create that mess in here. Last year I had the whole mantle decorated in an all-natural garland. Absolutely loved the look, but of course it was really messy end of the season when things started to dry out. And I have a fun little project involving wooden stockings that I plan to use. And John kind of laughed when he saw them. He thought they look more like feet than stockings, and they kind of do, but I wanted that vintage stocking look. Got my cousin Michael to cut them out for us, and these are available as an unfinished, unsanded product if you are interested in creating your own stocking. I thought it would be a fun little project even for a child maybe to work on, or us adults. It's always fun to craft a little bit. In my case, I plan to sand them down. I have 5 of them here that I want to use, and 3 of them are going to be painted white, and then possibly 2 of them that pretty green color that I like so much in here. Initially, I thought I'd paint both of these stockings green, but now I'm debating, do I want to paint one of them red just to get that Christmas vibe going? And I can always paint over it if I don't like it, but might give it a shot. First, I have to see if I have red paint, but surely somewhere in my stash I would have some, I think. And the green color I'm using here is so pretty. It's a color called lichen moss. I've used it before on furniture and other decorations. So the first color of red that I applied wasn't red enough for me. Just not Christmassy enough. So I found another color. It's the Apple Barrel brand. It's called Crimson. I'm going to try this. And at this point, I'm not quite sure will I actually decorate them with anything or not, but it would be really pretty to decorate them with, decor transfers or, decals or something. But I think they would also look good plain. For the white stockings, I want to sand them down and then apply a brown glaze to them to make them look more, old and vintage. As I'm working here, the clouds got so dark. We're having kind of unseasonably warm weather here in Ohio as I'm filming this, but it's supposed to cool off, and we're, like I mentioned before, even supposed to get a little bit of snow. So here's another advantage of using your own old wood to, create things for your home. You're not afraid to make holes in it, with nails. So here I'm just putting some nails in here to hang my stockings. So I couldn't resist. A few of these stockings are going to get small decor transfers. I don't want it to look too busy, just a few words. I hope you guys enjoyed following along as I fixed up our living room for the Christmas season. Gotta say, it is really cozy. I love the candles and the twinkling lights and the pretty Christmas colors. And oh my, I am in love with the sofa. I think it just completes the entire look in here. So pretty. And thanks to Chita for sponsoring today's video. And make sure to head on over to their website if you're all thinking of investing in a sofa or maybe another piece of furniture. They have beautiful pieces. And I have all of their links down below in the description box along with that 10% off code. As always, I hope your day is going great. Thanks for watching and I'll see you next time. Bye.